The Gilded Age is an American series created and written by Julian Fellowes. In my previous review of Season 2, I didn't delve into the details of the jewelry and crowns featured, so I've decided to dedicate a video specifically to that aspect. For those new to my channel, I've reviewed costumes from Seasons 1 and 2, and I recently had an insightful interview with Eric Winterling, the custom costume creator responsible for many of the women's outfits across both seasons. You can find links to these videos in the pinned comment if you're interested. Before we dive into this, there will be spoilers for Seasons 1 and 2 of The Gilded Age. In my latest review, I expressed my admiration for all of the jewelry and crowns showcased in the series. And while I lack the expertise of an historian specialized in 1880s Gilded Age era jewelry, I didn't notice any glaring anachronisms. However, antique jewelry experts such as Jean Vintage and Doyle & Doyle, both with Instagram accounts, have pointed out the use of contemporary and anachronistic pieces on the show, some even from the Art Deco period, which is many decades into the future. As someone focused on the narrative in my videos, story always takes precedence for me. Navigating the middle ground in the debate over historical accuracy in costume design, I appreciate the importance of correct silhouettes to maintain authenticity in storytelling. However, for me, it is not the be-all and end-all. But I acknowledge the frustration historians may feel when a specific era isn't accurately depicted on screen. It's people like me who do analysis who take screen grabs from the show or zoom in to witness all of the details. Yet, in all likelihood, the average viewer won't perceive if the jewelry is contemporary or from another era. Or maybe you will. Feel free to let me know in the comments if you spotted any of these anachronisms. But for this video, let's have a look at some of these pieces, shall we? Let's begin by exploring the contemporary bijouterie featured in the show by New York-based jewelry designer Temple St. Clair. In the Season 1 premiere, Bertha Russell adorns several of St. Clair's creations, including the Eternity Necklace, which is paired with the Vine Amulet, the Moon River Necklace, the Galaxy Necklace, and Halo earrings, all crafted from 18-karat gold. The Gilded Age costume designer for Seasons 1 and 2, Kasia Walicka-Maimone, expressed admiration for Temple St. Clair's jewelry, noting that they embody classic, timeless beauty. In an interview with Aventurine, Walicka-Maimone stated, "We loved using Temple's jewels as they represent classic, timeless beauty." She further explained how St. Clair's pieces perfectly suited the character Bertha, who played a pivotal role in introducing the latest Parisian styles to New York during the Gilded Age. Given the high value of these pieces, I suspect that some might be on loan from St. Clair given their considerable costs. For instance, the 18-karat Tolomeo pendant worn in Season 2 is priced at nearly $48,000 US. Another contemporary jewelry designer featured in the show is Haley Elise, who provided high-end accessories worn by Gladys Russell in Season 2. Among Elise's pieces are the Venus drop earrings, dark opal quartz wand pendant, and amaryllis earrings. As previously mentioned, a closer look is required to appreciate these intricate details. The design team also collaborated with reproduction jewelry designer Lady Daytal, who operates a shop on Etsy. Lady Daytal contributed earrings worn by Agnes Van Ryn, including antique Victorian button earrings, reproduction Victorian button earrings, and a pair of late 19th century reproduction vintage glass earrings in 16-karat gold. So I'll leave a link to all of these shops, but if you want to pick up something worn in the show, you will be pleasantly surprised at the price of Lady Daytal's earrings. The most exciting find for me was the Royal Watcher, who identified many of the royal jewelry reproduced for the Gilded Age in Season 2. I'll leave a link to their Instagram page if you want to check it out. But for the sake of this video, here are some highlights. Many of the adornments are worn by Bertha Russell in Season 2. A piece of jewelry complemented one of my favorite Bertha gowns. Worn while hosting a dinner party for key opera patrons in Episode 1, is this British Queen Alexandra of Denmark fishnet necklace, which was commissioned at Cartier in 1904. While it's a good 20 years too early, it works well with her gorgeous golden yellow dress inspired by this House of Worth gown circa 1900 to 1905. When hosting a lavish dinner party in her home for the Duke of Buckingham in episode 5, Bertha wears this diamond necklace with her peach and floral gown. The necklace is a reproduction of Queen Alexandra's historical piece, possibly commissioned at Cartier. She wears it again with her silvery blue and taupe off-the-shoulder silk gown to a dinner party with the Duke, but without the choker. It appears that her drop earrings take design inspiration from the necklace. Now, a fun fact is that Alexandra's Cartier necklace was the inspiration for Satine's diamond necklace featured prominently in 2001's Moulin Rouge and worn by Nicole Kidman. It was created for the film by Sydney-based jeweler Stefano Conturi. At the reception for the Brooklyn Bridge opening and fireworks display, Bertha dons this elaborate Boucheron pearl and diamond stomacher, a reproduction of the necklace belonging to Mrs. Flora Sassoon and dated to around 1900. She wears it with her dark rose and lavender silk gown. Her matching tiara is a nod to the pearl and diamond details of her necklace. In the season 2 finale, Bertha is crowned Queen of the Opera Wars in this gorgeous reproduction Fabergé tiara, circa 1890. The historical example was created from old-cut diamonds given by the Tsar of Russia to Empress Josephine of France. The tiara acquired by the Belgian royal family belonged to Queen Maria José of Italy before being auctioned off by Christie's in 2007 for over £1 million. A few other tiaras worn in Season 2 are reproductions of royal antiques, including Aurora Fane's diamond tiara that shares similarities with Princess Ingeborg's Boucheron pearl circle tiara, now in the Norwegian royal family, and Enid Winterton's Kingski tiara, now belonging to the princely family of Liechtenstein. Dorothy Scott adds some sparkle to her party dress in this smaller recreation of Queen Victoria's Oriental circlet tiara. The Royal Watcher says on their blog that the replica of Queen Alexandra's Dagmar necklace, worn by Bertha's chief antagonist Enid Winterton, would have been a very period-appropriate piece as it was made in 1863. Now, while it might be historically accurate, I'm honestly not a fan of this fussy necklace with that odd gown when most of Enid's other costumes have been very tasteful. As I mentioned earlier in the video, while I am not an historian, I did recognize the diamond stars hair ornaments worn by Gladys Russell, the historical example of diamond and pearl stars featured in this famous painted portrait of Empress Elizabeth of Austria in 1865. The 27 stars were commissioned by the Empress and created by Vienna Jewelers in the same year. Additionally, Marion Brooks' character wears a few reproductions that include this diamond necklace of Viscountess Harcourt, an American heiress who was the niece of J.P. Morgan, and this diamond feather brooch that shares similarities with late Queen Elizabeth's Carrington feather brooch. Let me know in the comments your favorite jewelry pieces. Now, if you enjoy this kind of content and want to see more, consider subscribing to my channel. Thank you for spending time with me. I'll see you in the next video.